Hi, my name's Kat Brown. I'm the director of the training center here at City Improv. We are San Diego's home for long-form improv comedy.
What is improv?
Well, improv, in the way that we see it, is you're going to have two people up on stage, and they're going to get a suggestion of any word or emotion or thing that they may ask that evening. And the audience shouts something out, and then for 30 minutes to an hour, they create characters, they create scenes, they create sometimes stage direction and props. So they create this entire play, essentially, on the spot from that one suggestion. Sometimes we also do like musical and clown and sketch. So all things funny, we do it here on our stage.
And I saw that improv isn't just for funny people.
Right.
What does that mean? Why is it not?
Yeah, it's so funny. You sort of look at the tenets of what makes a good improv scene, right? Are you connecting with your scene partner? Are you listening? Are you adding something? Are you being yourself, right? And those are sort of just tenets of being a great person and a great friend. So we really find that most people who come to improv aren't trying to be the funniest person in the world, but maybe they're trying to cultivate some of those personality traits that they want more in their regular lives. And then we start to apply it to the stage, and they find that it actually helps them be really funny and be humorous on the spot if they do those same things.
This adds joy to people's life.
Yes.
Why?
We, for a while when we were sort of getting our feet going, we were looking across the board at like what people said about improv. And we went in thinking like people want to be on the stage, people want to be, famous or do this whole comedy thing. And then we found that most all the testimonials just said, you've brought joy to my life. And so we started to see that instead of it just being the byproduct, we wanted to make it the front facing thing that we do. So we actually changed everything to make it like we will bring joy to your life, because people don't always have a chance to play or create, or maybe they sit behind a computer all day and they don't get to talk to people in person. Maybe they're just, they recently had a baby and they're like, I want something just for me, right? So whatever people are seeking, we find that this 2-hour time that they spend with us, most of the time also brings them a lot of joy. So yeah, that was sort of became our guarantee that you'll find something cool going on here.
What is yes and? Because I've seen it on your website and heard it related to improv.
Yeah. So many years ago, so improv nerd moment here, many years ago when improv was sort of first being created, they found that the scenes that worked the best used this principle called yes and, where if you say anything as a good scene partner, I should be able to agree and add to it. So if you say in a scene, I'm your mom and you're late for the bus, right? As a good scene partner, I should say, oh no, and it's my first day of school and my pants don't fit, right? So I want to agree to the reality and add something. And then we'll find along the way that often creates comedy. Instead of saying no or not listening or kind of like negating each other, which ends up in a fight and isn't very funny to watch.
And does that apply to life as well?
We think so. I definitely think that there's opportunities. It's sort of that old saying, like, look for the silver lining, right? Even if I don't necessarily know what's happening or I'm still trying to figure things out, we believe that improv will help you go in with a positive attitude, find something that you can contribute to the situation, and hopefully in the end, find some joy from it.
Is there a skill or a technique or a game that you play here that people at home could use that's just really fun and bonds people and connects them?
Yeah, totally. We do something that's really fun. It's called like the yes and circle. So it's a great way just to really put yes and into practice. So someone would start with saying like a nice just blanket statement like, we're going to go to the beach. And then the person next to them would say, yes, and we'll go to the beach and I'll bring a picnic, right? So the goal is we sort of just start easy and we start to yes and each other. And then usually by the end, we're having margaritas and everyone's paying for our, all-inclusive ski package and we're going and doing this whole thing, right? And it adds because we're yes anding. And it helps because you start to find that people sort of instantly will go to, yeah, but the beach isn't that great because it's kind of cloudy out, right? So you sort of train yourself to listen to when you're maybe a little bit more negative and how you can turn that into a positive. So it's a great beginner game that people can just play and practice and hear themselves saying yes and opening up that potential.
What is a good way for someone who wants to check it out, might be nervous,
Yes.
but this is something new and fun to do in town? What's the best way for them to try it out?
Yeah, well, we are very lucky. We love to do a free Discover Improv class every month. So if you check us out online, we always have our dates available. It's just a 90-minute way that we offer, a chance to be in a classroom. You're with maybe about 19 other students, so it's a little bit larger than our regular classes, but it's a great energy. You meet some new people. We always have some like white wine and some snacks so that people get nice and relaxed. And we just show you what the classes look like. So those are always online. They're called our Discover Improv classes.
And then you have series classes as well. Is the Discover Improv a requirement before joining the level 1?
It's not. Level 1 is open to anyone. We suggest 99% of people just join us right at level 1. And so, if you're a little more nervous, the Discover Improv is a great way just to like check it out, see what we're all about, get to meet us. But most people do just hop right into our level 1 classes. They run for 7 weeks. They meet 2 hours every week, and you get a chance to learn and even perform and watch shows. So you get all of the facets of improv there.
What age ranges are attracted to the classes?
It's amazing. We're an 18 plus like training center. So anyone who's in our classes is going to be above the age of 18. But we then find that it's 18 to 80. We've had retirees, people in the military, stay-at-home moms, career people. All types of people really come through. And so it's really hard to pinpoint like who is drawn to it, because I think everyone can get something from it. So we kind of see all gamuts. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd want people to know?
I just think that improv is amazing. It changes lives. It makes people feel so good. I know that it is so scary, that first idea of when you decide to show up and come and try it out. And it may feel overwhelming time and time again. But if you stick with it and you really try, I've seen such transformations in people that I wish everyone could experience, especially if you're looking for something new and exciting to add to your life.
Wonderful. Well, I hope that you will try it. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and check out Finest City Improv to come and try.
Thank you so much. Yay. Yes, and. Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.